Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Syaziliya Shefir Sinatria and I'm from University Binasalana Informatika Cilebut. And my student ID is 19252154. And first of all, let me talk about smoking on the campus area. In my opinion, smoking in the campus area should not be allowed. And let me ask you this. How would you feel if the first thing you breathe in was a cigarette smoke instead of fresh air? Many students will instantly feel disturbed, and that's understandable, right? Because cigarette smoke is not only unpleasant, it can seriously harm our health. Even those who doesn't smoke are forced to inhale harmful substances that can lead to breathing difficulties, irritation, or other health problems over time. A campus should create a comfortable and healthy space for learning. Yet, smoking often does the opposite. The smell spread quickly, the air becomes polluted, and cigarette waste make the environment look untidy. When the atmosphere feels unhealthy or dirty, it becomes harder for students to concentrate, relax, and enjoy their activity. For this reason, I strongly believe that smoke-free campus is essential to protect everyone's comfort, keep the environment clean, and ensure a healthier space for all students. So that's all for the first topic. About my opinion of smoking in the campus areas. Now let's move to something different but still useful for our daily life, like the simple present tense. So let's check it out. Hi again. So, since we just talked about habits that can harm our health, now let's move on to something much more positive. A habit that can improve the way you communicate it. This brings us to our next topic, the simple present tense. It's something we use every single day without even noticing it. And by the end of this lesson, you know how to use it correctly and avoid common mistakes. So, when you heard the word simple, what do you imagine? Something easy, right? And that's true. The simple present is one of the easiest tense, and we use it all the time without noticing. We use it to talk about habits and routines, things we do again and again. For example, you might say, I will wake up at 9 a.m. It also used for fact and truth, like water boiled at 100 Celsius, or the sun rise in the east. This thing doesn't change. Now, let's talk about affirmative sentence. The basic pattern is subject plus verb 1. For example, I eat breakfast. But if the subject is he, she, or it, we add s or yes. For example, she eats breakfast or he watches TV. So, to make negative sentence, we add do not or does not. The key rule is after don't or doesn't, use verb 1. For example, I don't like spicy food. She doesn't eat meat. Notice how we say eat, not eat. Once doesn't appear, the s disappears. To make questions, we always start with do or does. Use do for I, you, we, they, and does for he, she, it. Example, do you play guitar? Does he like tea? WH questions are made by adding words like what, where, when, why, who, or how at the beginning. The pattern is WH word plus do does plus subject plus verb 1. For example, where do you live or when does he study? Even with he, she, it, the verbs stay in the base form because does the work. Verb changes are actually easy once you understand the patterns. Most verbs simply add s like reads or plays. If the verb ends with o, ch, sh, s, x, or z, we add es like goes or watches. If the verb ends with a consonant plus y, we change y to es like study becomes studies. This rule only applies to he, she, and it. So don't forget it, okay? Simple present works closely with time expressions because they show how often something happens. Words like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, this shows frequency. For example, I always wake up early. We also praise like every day, every week, or every morning to show repeated action. These are two types of sentence in simple present. Verbal sentence use action verb like she plays piano. Nominal sentence use am, is, or are like I am a student. Verbal tells what someone does. Nominal tells what someone is, how, or some. Salah. There are two types of sentence in a simple present. Verb sentence use action verb like she plays the piano. Nominal sentence use am, is, or are like I am a student. Verbal tells what someone does. Nominal tells what someone is or how someone feels. So, when exactly do we use simple present? We use it for general truth like the earth revolves around the sun. If we use it for daily habits like he walks to school. We use it for a feeling or condition like she is tired. We use it for schedule like the bus leaves at 7 p.m. And lastly for the instruction like press the power button. It's a very flexible tense, right? So here are mistakes many learner makes. Some people add s after doesn't, and that's wrong. Example, she doesn't like coffee. She doesn't like coffee. Some people forgot s for he, she, it, like he work hard. He works hard. And sometimes people use the wrong helper. Like, do she like music? Does she like music? They are easy to fix with practice. So, to summarize, simple present helps us talk about habits, routines, and fact. We use verb 1 for action and am is are for condition. We use do and does for negative and question, and verb for he, she, it change into s, es, or es. And once you understand this basic, the simple present become very easy to use in daily conversation, right? So that's all for my opinion about smoking on the campus and my explanation about the simple present tense. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this helps you think about healthier choice and use English more confidently. So don't worry about make a mistake or something. You will be good.